History has a habit of forgetting women. Not because they weren't there, because the people writing the records had reasons to leave them out. The image most people carry of the warrior in history is male by default, not because the evidence demands it, but because the record was curated that way. What we know about the 5 women in this video survived despite that curation. Each has a documented combat record, verified by archaeology, oracle bones, enemy accounts, confirmed kill tallies, and the testimony of people who fought alongside them and against them. They are not myths, they are documented combatants. And by any objective measure of military effectiveness, they belong in any serious conversation about history's most lethal fighters. Welcome to Martial Road, where warriors live forever. Each of the 5 has a detail in their documented record that history almost never mentions. By the end of this video, you will understand why that omission matters. Not just for them, but for how we read military history. Stay with us. The earliest documented female military commander in recorded history was not a queen who led a desperate last stand. She was an active general who commanded armies, executed military strategy, and won. Fuhao lived and commanded in approximately 1200 BCE, over 3,000 years ago, as one of 3 principal consorts of King Wu Ding of the Shang dynasty. We know her military career from oracle bones, inscribed tortoise shells and ox scapula used in divination, produced in real time at Yinshu. Over 200 inscriptions reference Fuhao by name, recording her campaigns, troop numbers, and victories. Fuhao commanded forces of up to 13,000 soldiers, the largest Shang army of her era. She led campaigns against the Tufang tribe, who had fought the Shang for generations, before she defeated them in a single decisive battle. The Bia campaign that followed were as documented as the earliest recorded large-scale ambush in Chinese history. In 1976, Fuhao's tomb at Yinshu was discovered intact, the only unlooted Shang royal tomb. Inside, 130 weapons, including great bronze battle axes. Generals were buried with weapons. Administrators were not. The detail history omits. After her death, Wu Ding consulted divinations, asking specifically for Fuhao's military assistance against enemies threatening to destroy the Shang. He did not ask for his male generals, he asked for hers. The 13th century military chronicle, The Tale of the Heike, describes Tomoe Gozen in language it reserves for no other warrior. She was a match for 1,000 warriors, exceptionally strong in archery. As a swordswoman, she was a warrior worth 1,000, ready to confront a demon or a god. This is not romantic embellishment. The Tale of the Heike is a military chronicle that evaluates fighters by standards of effectiveness. A match for 1,000 is a specific designation of exceptional combat ability, applied to Tomoe. At the Battle of Awazu in 1184, when Yoshinaka's forces collapsed to near annihilation, Tomoe remained and continued fighting. She encountered Uchida Ieyoshi, a powerful Musashi warrior, grappled with him from horseback, pulled him down, and decapitated him. The head was presented as a trophy, in the traditional manner of samurai documentation. Tomoe was not alone as a female warrior in medieval Japan. The Onna Bugaisha, female members of the samurai class, are documented across multiple periods. Historian Stephen Turnbull notes that archaeological evidence suggests a wider female involvement in battle than is implied by written accounts alone. The detailed history omits. Uchida Ieyoshi of Musashi was not a minor figure. He was a named, established warrior whose death was worth documenting. Her kill is in the chronicle because it was significant, not because it was unusual. In the Kingdom of Dahomey, in what is now the Republic of Benin, West Africa, an all-female military regiment called the Agoji existed from the late 17th century until the end of the 19th. They are the only documented all-female standing army in modern history. Known by the Fon people as Mino, our mothers, they were called Amazons by European observers who had no other frame of reference. The label was reductive. At their peak under King Gezo in the mid-19th century, the Agoji numbered between 1,000 and 6,000 women, approximately one-third of the entire Dahomey army. Multiple contemporary European observers documented the same assessment. The female soldiers were consistently judged superior to the male soldiers in effectiveness and bravery. The French Foreign Legion praised their incredible courage and audacity. Training began at 8 years old. Physical conditioning for pain tolerance, executing prisoners as part of combat desensitization, storming acacia thorn barriers. The French officers who documented their training acknowledged the results. The context most popular coverage omits. The Agoji participated in and benefited from the slave trade. They conducted raids on neighboring populations and captured people who were sold to European traders. This is documented in the same sources that document their military effectiveness, presenting the Agoji only as heroic figures, without acknowledging their role in the slave trade, is a form of historical distortion in the other direction. The Agoji also held seats on the Grand Council, advocating in the 1840s to 1870s for trading palm oil rather than enslaved people, combatants and institutional powers simultaneously. The last survivor, a woman named Naui, died in 1979, aged over 100. She confirmed to historians that she had fought in the 1892 war against the French. The deadliest confirmed female sniper in recorded history was a 25-year-old history student at Kiev University when Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union in June 1941. Ludmila Pavlichenko joined the Red Army's 25th Rifle Division and was assigned to the Odessa front. She was not placed in a support role. She was deployed as a frontline sniper. In 2.5 months at Odessa, 187 confirmed kills. When her unit transferred to Sevastopol, she continued. By May 1942, 257 kills. By the time she was withdrawn, wounded 4 times, finally pulled out after a mortar explosion, her total stood at 309 confirmed kills. 309 kills. The highest confirmed sniper count of any woman in recorded history, exceeding the totals of many celebrated male snipers in standard military curricula. The Soviet military pulled her from combat because she had become too valuable as a propaganda asset. She toured the United States in 1942, met Eleanor Roosevelt, and addressed American audiences as a combat veteran. The American press asked her about her uniform's lack of style, about whether women were permitted to wear makeup at the front. She responded, "I wear my uniform with honor. It has the Order of Lenin on it. It has been covered with blood in battle." After the war, she completed her history degree at Kiev University and worked in armaments research. She died in 1974. The detailed history omits. Pavlichenko also trained snipers who went on to account for over 100 additional Axis kills. Her impact extended beyond her personal count. At the Battle of Aizu in October 1868, Nakano Takeko, an instructor in naginata and martial arts, led the Joshitai, a volunteer unit of female warriors in a charge against Imperial Japanese Army troops. When the men of Aizu refused to allow women in the official army, she organized the unit independently with her sister Yuko. Her documented kill count from the Battle of Aizu, 172 samurai, placing her among the most lethal individual combatants of the conflict. She was killed leading a charge against Imperial Army rifle fire. She was shot in the chest, knowing she was dying, and unwilling to let her body be taken as a trophy, she asked her sister Yuko to decapitate her. Yuko did, and buried the head at the Hokaiji Temple. The head is commemorated there still. The annual Aizu Autumn Festival includes a procession of young girls in hakama and white headbands in honor of the Yoshitai. The detailed history omits. Nakano was not fighting in desperation. She organized the Joshitai proactively, trained her fighters, and led from the front. The 172 kill figure precedes her final charge. She was already one of the battle's most effective combatants before she died in it. The 5 women in this video are not connected by geography, culture, religion, or era. 3 things connect them: a documented combat record, effectiveness that exceeded the average combatant of their time, and a history that tried to forget them. Fuhao was written out of classical Chinese histories by the later Zhou dynasty. Tomoe survived in a chronicle but absent from formal samurai instruction. The Agoji were labeled Amazons, erasing their phone identity and institutional complexity. Pavlichenko's press coverage focused on her uniform. The Joshitai was denied official army status. While fighting the same battle, The suppression mechanism varies by culture and century. The result is consistent. Female combatants at the highest level of effectiveness were documented in their own time, then systematically marginalized in subsequent transmission. Oracle bones, military chronicles, kill tallies, and enemy testimony share one quality. They are harder to suppress than institutional narratives. Fuhao survived because her tomb was unlooted. The Agoji survived because French military observers documented what they saw. Pavlichenko's kill count was recorded because the Soviet military needed the propaganda value. The record survived. The historiography is the problem. Stay strong, stay informed, subscribe to Marshall Road. Which of the 5 deserves the most recognition history has denied them? And are there women warriors from your own culture that belong on this list? Make the case in the comments.